Just when you thought it was safe to be away from Thanksgiving, we're bringing Thanksgiving back. We're using some turkey, and we're going to make a turkey mushroom that's going to go over pappardelle, which is a noodle a little bit thicker than most what you'd expect for like spaghetti and stuff. It's a really good one, nice flavor. Most of this work is actually going to be done over at the stovetop. For this, we're actually going to end up making a roux. So we start out with we're going to have equal parts oil and flour, but we're not going to put in the flour just yet. We're actually throwing in the oil first to cook the veggies in with that. So I've got some garlic and onion going in next. Cook this down for a second or two, maybe more. And after that, we're going to add in some mushroom. Now, the neat thing about this is if you wanted to make it vegetarian, you wouldn't need to use turkey. You wouldn't even need to use turkey or chicken stock. You could actually use like mushroom stock or a veggie stock, and then just use a bunch of mushrooms in place of your meat. If you really wanted to, you could even probably throw tofu in here, but the mushrooms will give it a more meaty flavor. Let those cook for a minute. The onions are starting to get a little bit translucent, so now we're going to go in with the mushrooms. We want these to cook down a little bit, release some of the juices, all that good stuff. Add in a little bit of salt right here. Just a little bit, a couple pinches. Now, if you wanted to get fancy, you could add in some herbs, some dry herbs or whatever right now. You could also add in fresh herbs at the end. I'm not going to. I just kind of like the way the flavor is going to be without anything added extra like that. Okay, the mushrooms have cooked down a little bit. Everything's coming together pretty good, so now we add in the flour. This ratio was about 2 ounces of flour to 2 ounces of oil. And it's nice and gooey. Everything just kind of sucks right up into the flour. We'll let this cook for a minute, get some juices going back out of it. Let that get some color. And then we're going to add in the chicken stock. The turkey's going to go on last because the turkey's already cooked, so I'm not worried about cooking it again. The main thing I'm going to want is just to make sure it heats up with everything else. Okay, now when you're adding in the stock, you want to kind of shake it up a little bit. Get everything moving around. Go through. Now that everything's in, now all this is in here, we're actually going to let this come up to a boil. That's when it's going to reach its full thickness. We'll finish off with the turkey, check our flavoring, and then we'll set up the plates. Okay, everything came to a boil. I let the sauce cook for about 10-15 minutes after it came to a boil, just to make sure the flour cooked down, cook the flour flavor out. It's very strong of mushrooms right now, so we're going to add in the turkey, like so. And then this part is pretty much done. Our next move will actually be to finish it off on the pappardelle. Noodles in the nuker for just a minute or two to warm them up. And just plop some stuff right on top and you're good.